If you ever study accurate transcriptions of guitar solos or look at videos of players soloing using the blues scale, you may notice something that seems like an inconsistency. Sometimes, instead of using the blue note that's conventionally a part of the fingering used, players slide out of position momentarily and use an alternative location for the same note. Here's an example. I will play the blue note on the left when ascending and then the one on the right when descending. If you map your pentatonics using SFS instead of shape memorization, then one of them is on SF4 and one on SF5. Here's the same thing happening on another fingering. For SFS insiders, this is the fingering that occurs if you base your system on string 5. Again, the blue notes are on SF4 and SF5, just mapped on different strings. So what's the point of doing this? Well, there are some real benefits to using both of these blue notes, but if you want, you can just get rid of the one on SF5 like many people do and just simplify things. But if you do want to take advantage of both options, I will now show you a clip from lesson 8 of SFS Pentatonics where we discuss this a little further. Here it is. Let's take a close look at the two blue notes in this system. Some guitar players prefer to simplify things and only use the one on SF4. And that's alright. In fact, most traditional books and magazine diagrams don't even include the other one in their box fingerings. Here's a classic example. Even though these two are essentially the same note, there's a good reason for practicing both of them. First of all, I want you to understand the musical meaning of chromatic approach notes, such as the blue note. The function of these harmonically foreign notes is to target other, more essential ones. In other words, after you play them, you usually play a note next to them, otherwise they sound kind of unresolved. The resolution options are obvious when using SF2. In the same manner, in order to maintain consistency, both visual and technical, the placement of the blue note must comply to the resolution direction when played on SF4 and SF5. This way of handling the blue note makes musical sense and ensures that you don't use this expressive and colorful note indiscreetly. Another benefit of playing the blue note this way is that it gives you greater expressive opportunities such as sliding, bending, hammer-ons, pull-offs, etc. Go ahead and try this in section 3 of the practice ideas. Then see how I used them in section 4 and get creative with them in section 5. I do realize that using both of these and distinguishing between ascending and descending versions of the scale can become confusing in the beginning. Be patient and work on this though. It's a good investment in your development as a guitarist. Now let's see how this lesson's SFS maps on the fret.